So it looks like in the new game we're getting some updated makes and models of combines and tractors and stuff, which makes sense because obviously new game, new equipment. So the new combine, there's a new combine from John Deere, which hasn't been announced in the game, but obviously announced in agricultural circles for retail purchases. So I'm not going to fit through there, am I? So let's get this moved. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Elm Creek. So just carrying from last episode, we've skipped forward to October. We are now underway with our soybean harvest. So this is our first soybean harvest currently at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly, got two combines here ready to go. So we're just going to send these guys off. One on a worker and one I'll do a headland. So I'm probably going to just try and send this guy in towards the middle and then I'll straighten him up. So pretty much I reckon about here-ish. So we get this guy to do the centre. I'll whip around and do the headland with this guy, and then we'll come back in. So I'll throw a time lapse on while we get this done, and then we'll come back in, enjoy the tunes.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit
Alright, so what I'll do is I'll whip around, just get these quick little bits here, and then we'll go and grab our 9RX and our grain cart, get ready to unload, because we're getting pretty close. So I'll just whip around, send this guy off on a worker. Looks like our other worker is just about full, nearly. So let's go and grab the 9RX now. Okay, this guy just here. So brand new 9RX from I think it was last episode. So cleaned out the cache, that's for sure. And we've also made a few changes. So we've added this big flat pad, so this big concreted area. So I've flattened it out, put in this silo with a view to put some animals and things in here. So we'll see how we go. This series is going to be winding down to a close very reasonably soon. Obviously FS25 has been announced and will be launching on 12th of November 2024. So that's going to basically conclude the Let's Plays and the tutorials for FS22 as they currently are, as we move towards the new game. So I'll be winding up the Let's Plays that I've got going currently. There probably won't be any more tutorials. I'll have a bit of a break from those until the launch of the new game, which I'll be focusing heavily on initially, discussing mechanics, how the game operates, new features, that sort of thing. I haven't done a review or a expectations video per se at this stage. I don't think really there's much to be added to in the conversation amongst the community. Everybody's doing videos about every little feature and detail that get announced, so it's just regurgitating the same info. So I guess I'm going into it, I'm still observing that stuff, but I'll make my mind up about the quality of the game when the game launches. I don't think I'm going to pre-order because the pre-order bonuses don't really seem that appealing to me, and generally I don't generally pre-order games because the quality is not always, what they promise is not what they deliver. I'm not saying that Giants is anything like that, but just historically amongst other games. And I know a lot of people in different gaming circles feel the same way, but I'll be getting the year 1 season pass, that's for sure, just to observe the content, get the full spectrum of the game, especially if I'm covering it, as a YouTuber and what have you. So I want to make sure that I get the full game experience. I mean, the MacDon, the MacDon Swather is the pre-order bonus, so I'm not super concerned about that. I mean, on PC, because I'm playing on PS5, so PC has got some additional bonuses, but they're not relevant to me, so I don't see the point. All right, where is this guy? Wow, okay. So I sent him over to do fields 40, 41, etc. And we've ended up in the middle of nowhere, always handy. So I think we've got some wheat on the go in here. So it's been a few days since I've been back to the farm and had a look. So let's have a look. We've got wheat growing, we've got canola going in, so we can drive on the crop, it's not going to hurt it. We've got canola in the adjacent field straight ahead, and then soybeans over on the other side. I've loaded up some bread ready to sell in December, so that should be happening as we speak. But really the focus of today's video is just to get these soybeans up. I'll have a look and see if there's anything else to sell in October. I don't think there is. Still need to do a fair bit of smoothing and sort of flattening in this area. I'm going to move the beehives along here once I get a bit more money. I mean, I could do it now, but it's just not something I'm that focused on. Actually, let's just go and check our sale items. Alright, so this is our grain crops. So we've got a few things to sell in November and December, I know that. We haven't got eggs on the go currently. So bread is definitely December. Cakes we haven't got. Cakes would be, well, January looks like the peak price, but we haven't got that either. So we're just focusing on these guys at the moment. Let's grab our grain cart because we're nearly empty. I don't think we're going to make it in time, but another thing I was thinking is upgrading the headers for these combines to go the faster drapers. So I use the, I mean, I could be using the Lizard Colossus, but I don't want to go super unrealistic. I think 2 combines in a field is a good. I mean, this field could have probably taken 3, but I think for the size of it, 2 is good. But I think just to speed up the harvest a little bit, I think it's going to make sense to go ahead and grab the ones I'm talking about. So we want these guys here. So the ones we've got at the moment is the HD 45X, so 13.7 meters. Actually, no, it could be bigger. It's the HD 50F, sorry, so 15.2, but it only do 10 kph. Whereas we've got the Titan headers, which will do 17 kph or 97. But we want the Draper, which is the one you can tow behind without the need for a trailer. So a little bit less working width, but you make up for it with the working speed. So I think what we'll do is we're going to convert over to these guys. I'll do them up in the John Deere green, but it's just to help out the harvest speed. So we're doing pretty well here, so it shouldn't be too long until we wrap this field up. Now we are in October, so what can we plant? Because that'll be our next job. So we can actually go in with soybean. Oh, this is harvest season, so that we can plant barley. We could plant barley, or we'd wait again until next year and probably go canola, I would say. I mean, barley wouldn't be a bad option, so I think maybe we'll do that. So let's go and get our, let's grab this guy. So we'll get the air cart at the ready, and we'll get that seed in the ground pretty much straight after this harvest is done, just to maximize our efficiency. Now I should be able to tow this, but I wouldn't want to attempt to try and do the field work with it, just so we can get it over in position. We could probably realistically do with a bigger tractor for this setup. So the one that I did have before that I sold, I think was quite good. The 9RX is good for the grain cart, just because you can get the twin wheel setups or even the triple wheels, and I think that's a little bit more suitable. All right, let's go check on these combines. So one of them is basically trying to, well, don't get stuck in this thing. You'd be meeting an untimely end, that's for sure. All right. So this is the last little strip, so we'll get this done. We'll go and get unloaded, and then we'll come back in. So once this is done, we'll go and unload, and then I'll see you in a few minutes. So I just realised that this guy has got a Titan draper already, so that explains why we were able to get that harvest done pretty quickly. So I think I've leased this, just to, yeah, you can tell it's definitely got the Titan draper, or the Lizard Colossus colours anyway. Alright, let's go and grab this other guy. Alright, let's get this guy unloaded. We'll go jump into the other combine. We'll get this back to the farm. So it looks like in the new game we're getting some updated makes and models of combines and tractors and stuff, which makes sense because obviously new game, new equipment. So the new combine, there's a new combine from John Deere, which hasn't been announced in the game, but obviously announced in agricultural circles for retail purchases. So I'm not going to fit through there, am I? So let's get this moved. And there was also unconfirmed reports that there's a couple of new brands, which makes sense. So new major brands to the game. So that could be, well, pretty much any type of vehicle manufacturer or tractor manufacturer, combine manufacturer. I know there's a lot of brands that I know of that aren't in the game, but that doesn't necessarily represent all of the potential farming brands, at least, because I'm no farming expert, let's be honest. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the likes of, Mercedes-Benz, or because they've got a lot of, obviously, trucks and that type of thing. So having their brand represented in the game, I think would make sense. Alright, so let's get this guy. So I'm just going to send him back on a worker. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck in the trees. I mean, highly possible. Let's see if we can do an unload into our new... I can only do a go to, can I? Hang on, let's try this again. Create job, go to. So for some reason I can't do a load and deliver into my own silo. Could be because it's an auger wagon. Did that work? Let's try this again. Okay, are we underway? Righto. So far so good. Actually, we need to sub out the 9RX for the JCB, so let's do that before they get too far away. Looks like they were trying to make it to the road and then they were going to drive down, which makes sense. They use the road network pretty much exclusively. Okay, let's drop that off there. Okay, we'll get hooked up. Now this should be able to pull it. I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice, but being that it's not fully loaded either, so that'll make life a little bit easier. Alright, so let's get this off the field and unload it into our new grain bin. So I'll see you over there. Alright, here we are. So let's get unloaded. So we should be able to swing around, hopefully not take out. Yep. Cool. Alright, so that should unload for us while we're there. So let's go back to this guy, get unfolded, and we'll get this barley in the ground. And then we'll go from... Just trying to give myself a bit more room. Didn't really work out the way I planned. So let's pull forward, let this unfold. Okay, almost there. Okay, make sure we're on the right crop. Everything's good. Turn seeder on, lower seeder, and we're away. Alright, I'll throw on a time lapse while I get this headland done, and then we'll come back in once we've completed the headland. So enjoy the tunes. See you in a few minutes.
Country girl, I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country.
Alright, so we'll send this guy off on a worker, and we'll carry on with the rest of our jobs. So we'll leave that guy to do his thing. Turn the engines off of these combines. Where's the other guy? Okay, this guy's done. So how many soybeans do we get up? 50,000 litres, not too bad out of that field. It's not a huge amount, but obviously reducing the field size overall has reduced our output or yield. Alright, cool. That's all good. So we've got our bread ready to sell, not next month, month after. So this guy's going to take a little bit of time to do this. So what we'll do is leave this episode here. We'll let this guy do his thing, and then we'll come back in for the next episode. And I think what we're going to have is potentially moving into winter. We're not really going to have that much to do, I think. So we'll get our barley in. We've got our... Let's have a look where they're at. So our canola's got a fair way to go. Our wheat's got a fair way to go. So we might actually look to throw some chickens back in the mix. I talked about that last episode. So we'll see how we go. But just check used vehicles quickly while we're here. Yep. Anyway, I'll leave that video there. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel further, you can become a channel member and support the channel that way. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.
All right. Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me.